All right, we'll talk about Linux scripting. What are the jobs that use this skill? All right, let's see. The first one, system administrator. All these responsibilities are done managing accounts, take care of file systems, installing stuff, configuring systems, scheduling jobs to run at certain times, doing backups, managing resources. There's a high load, low load, networking support, and finally training the users and supporting them. So it's a very brief summary of the responsibilities of a sysadmin. Okay, let's see other roles. So sysadmin is one role. Then we have the automation engineers, right? So basically these are the guys that automate your test cases. So, you may run some test cases manually, and, obviously automation, quickens things. And when you want to automate, you're talking about a script, right? Simple as that. A script that runs, maybe looks at a configuration file, maybe connected to a Jenkins pipeline, or, just about doing something, maybe, reading some files, setting some configuration, and then, putting it to a, saving it in a test database, report database. So this automation is one thing where you need a script. And next comes the release build support engineer. So you're building a release, right? You're a release engineer, integration engineer. So you want to be using scripts to simplify it. Maybe use a script to collect all the builds. Maybe you want to check for notifying the developer. Maybe a bunch of developers have to give you the source code. So you're going to have some notification. And the next one is production support. Production support, software is running on production. You have live users that are using the system. So something goes wrong, you need to go and check. So production support engineer uses scripts, very much a part of the job. The field support guys, these are the guys that support the field. I mean, the things are operating, running in the field. Maybe it's a live, a project live, or maybe they're doing some field testing, right? So maybe the field support engineers are going to be calling maybe the level 1 support, right? So level 1 support may need a little bit of scripting skills, may not be much, but it just helps to know Linux scripting here as well, right? Then the technical marketing, customer support guys, right? So these guys also need to know some amount of scripting, though not necessary, but it doesn't hurt to have a bit of scripting knowledge. So all these roles, starting from system admin to all these guys, use scripting skills. Okay, let's see the summary, right? So these roles, we talk about this, but where does the real power come from, right? When you're able to combine these commands, not just single command, combine these, that's when you get a script, and that makes it's got a lot of power, because not only the scripts are popular by themselves, but you can also call them from other programming languages. So you see the power goes many-fold, right? And some of these commands are given at the bottom here. I mean, you can see the user add command, adding user, changing password, being super user. Cron job is part of a scheduling thing. RM is you're removing file, copy, removing file. All these are file related. This one is it's a short form of tape archive. You're going to maybe compress a big image, make it into a tar file. So that helps when you're making releases. Then you're going to have this again. These are file management commands. So this is a process management command. So you have a bunch of commands. I mean, these are pattern matching ones. So you see a lot of commands at your disposal. You have single commands, but when they group together, they become good scripts, and then they themselves become more powerful when they're called from programming languages. So that's a lot of thing on the power of scripts. Some common places, etc directory, very common directory, something which is a must for admin. I just wanted to point out that most of the config files, the system admins are there. So if you are a new newbie or a system admin, or even a developer sometimes, it doesn't hurt to look at this particular directory, right? So we ran through the roles, the system admin role, then we talked about the other roles, the automation, the production support, all these guys, build engineers, and then we summed it up with basically where does it all come from. So the commands, you're able to build, make these commands, assemble these to get a script, and you also have the ability to call them from programming languages, making it more powerful and therefore adding value, a tremendous value with your scripts. So that's a little bit, folks. Hope you liked it. It's a very short summary. If you did like it, please share it, and if you feel so, do subscribe. So thanks for joining. Have a wonderful day.